legendary little angel. Welcome back to another Bit Legends video. I'm having a great day. I hope you guys are as well. And we are here to test the little angel pet. I've been trying to get this thing, well, I haven't been trying to get this thing. I've been hoping it was featured in the gacha, and it just happens that it is this week. So we are going to be testing this thing out. When attacked, there is a 33% chance to heal all allies and activate the shield. The healing amount and shield value are equal to 30 to 40% of the attack. So there's a lot to unpackage there. 33% is great. The pet that I ordinarily use in all of my videos has been a 23% chance to heal the weakest two. So that's kind of like our baseline. That's what we're going to be using and talking about and all that kind of stuff for comparison. But 33% chance, that's a lot more percent chance. 33 is bigger than 23. So if you upgrade this guy, he goes up by 3%. So like I've mentioned before, the devs are working on changing the formula to something more realistic. And so if I could theoretically plus for this guy, it should go up to 45%. And then now we're talking, that's pretty consistent. And then the last thing, healing and shielding. That's pretty cool. There's not a lot of sources of healing and shielding. And since it's your entire team, there's a lot of value here. For me as a tank, I'm the only one with a pet on my entire team. So this will give a lot of value there. And then if I am the only tank on a team with players, then I've got 4 other guys that are not giving any other support. So this could keep my boys nice and healthy. And the last thing is, we have not a lot of sustain in the game, not a lot of shielding in the game. So I think this is going to kind of cover that gap, because the issue is that as my tank gets stronger and stronger, I'm staying alive, but you can snipe out my team. And so if I can shield them all up, that might help kind of fix that issue. And then of course, it says of the attack. That's not my attack stat. That is the attack that the enemy deals to me. Or at least that's what everybody thinks, myself included. All right, enough talking. Let's get in here. We're going to go and do a bunch of World Boss, because a lot of people are farming World Boss 7 on Legendary. So this is a good place to try to test it. It's a visual bug. If you see 2 divers, don't worry about that. But Naira, I put Naira on because Naira is a DPS player with a lot of stamina. So I kind of want to see what it's like on different players, different amounts of stamina. Let's get into it. I do plan on trying to do all autopilot through all this to kind of keep things consistent, I guess, and just make things easier. So let's just see how it goes. Who knows, hopefully I'll get some RNG from filming, and I'll get some good loot while we're here. But it's probably going to take a couple, I believe, that 355 was a heal skill, because the guys have the heal guns. But it'll take a couple runs for us to get enough damage taken, I guess, to show what I'm trying to show. Some players think, so there you go, you see the shielding. You're not going to see the healing amount because it's not shown on the battle text. I'm sure that is a bug. I tested that on 1x speed, and I tested it on 3x speed, and I couldn't see the healing amount from the pet either way. So here goes my pet again. We're seeing the shielding, but we're not seeing the healing, like I just said. Let's keep on going. So I'm usually shielding for 300 to 400. And I'm wondering, let me try to pay attention to how much damage the boss attack does. Because I'm pretty sure, yeah, he hit me for 1,000, and I'm healing everybody for around 30% of that. Although, it should be more, you would think, because if I have 50% damage reduction, then I think the boss that would have hit me for 2,000. So it's kind of not easy to do the numbers. If any smart kids out there want to do some number crunching for me, please let me know. But maybe it is a typo. Maybe it is player attack and not the enemy's attack. But hey, that's what these videos are for, because the wording is definitely a little bit questionable. But my team killing this stuff a little bit too fast. We are going to do a run in raids, depending on how long the time goes. And then we can do, it'll probably be too long in the video, but we could probably do a run in, there goes the pet for the healing, a little bit late. Maybe run in trials or something. I try to do some testing in Ordeal, but everything dies too quickly and the pet doesn't really matter. Big damage there. And we didn't get the pet heal off, so we shall continue. Got a bunch of other pets that I do want to test. So, like I said, I've been using Firehead, which is 23% chance to heal weakest 2, and there's a high value on that. But that means that usually you're getting a lot of overhealing. What you want is a higher percent chance to proc with a lower heal typically, so you're not wasting as much heals and it's a lot more consistent. The downside is that these guys are using so much healing skills. They're out healing you with their weapons, which is a downside for testing. It's an upside for actually playing. But we'll see. So I'll burn out the energy, and then hey, we got an epic. You guys have seen that before. It's a sub weapon, so it's an offhand. But like I said, we'll burn out the energy. We'll go into raids, and I think with this pet, we should be able to auto raids. I'm thinking that. Me plus 4 DPS. It would be nice if there was an option to ignore the boss, so you could fight the boss at the end. That would be great. But we'll see. Okay, so we took a lot of team damage. This would be a great time for my pet to do some healing. Or just kill everybody. There you go. Pet healing, pet healing. Look at that. Look at that. Big, juicy heal. It is possible that massive healing that you saw right before the player used the healing skill was a visual bug, but I don't know. It kind of feels like it wasn't. And I don't know what better way to test. The game doesn't have dueling, and dueling is usually the way that you test these kind of things. Okay, another big AoE attack coming in, and the pet goes for the healing. Look at the healing there. Look at the healing there. That might be a visual. Yeah, see how the healing goes down again? So the first time the healing went up must have been a visual bug, and then the second time the healing pet hit, it put them to their actual healing, because that would have been insane. So definitely a bug. I'm going to end up reporting this. I've seen other similar things where you attack an enemy in PvP and their health bar drops all the way down and then comes all the way back up, and you're like, did he heal? What happened? So they've been really quick about fixing bugs, and they're definitely paying attention to it. I think the priorities that the devs have is in the right place, where they're thinking about gameplay, they're thinking about bugs, they're thinking about quality of life, and just getting everything doing what it should be doing. Holy smokes, Differ just made Odin and Dragon. The most difficult fusion to make in the entire game. There you go. He has been working on I think the Thunder Lizard or blueprint. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. Best looking fusion in the entire game. Best artwork in the entire game. Only downside is I don't like the kit. It's like a bunch of different attack closest skills and the bonuses. I don't really get it. See my health going down and up there? Probably visual bug. But whatever. I think the real test, like numbers are numbers, but the real test is, can we auto raid 6? That will be the big question. And it also would be nice to show you guys a video of me not just spamming full launch repeatedly. So I think that's all my energy. We are gonna, we got one more. Let's do one more. There we go. And then we'll run raids. And if the video is not too ridiculously long, we'll do trials, and then that'll be it. And you see here another visual bug on the hit points with the bird starting at low health. Or maybe he got deflected or something. I don't know. Maybe I missed it. I don't know. But even with or without the visual bug, I'm liking the pet, man. I'm digging it. That was a player healing skill. There's my pet going on the shielding. You see the visual bug happening again. And then keep an eye on the second slot. Okay, nothing. So with or without the visual bug, I think it's kind of nice. think it's kind of nice. And you would think that it would be a disadvantage doing it in World Boss because the battle is so quick, there's no build-up. So I don't really have a lot of chance to get my shields full and all that kind of stuff. Let us go over to Raid 6. Let's go to Legendary for the team. I had Easy in there because I was using him to test some stuff and some things. What is going on with your gear? What do we got going on here? I was using Naira to test, and I might just keep Naira just to keep consistent, but what's Dino got? You're wearing tanky stuff. Are you a tank? For real? Okay. Alright. I thought he was a DPS. Let's put Naira back in just to be consistent, and I'll put Naira in the back slot. There is attack front too, I think. But there's definitely attack rear. So same team, I moved them around just slightly. Let us continue. So the goal here is Otto. We want to Otto this raid. That would make everybody feel nice and happy. And it would be great to not use full launch repeatedly in all my videos. So let's do it. So yeah, I've been using Flame Head, I think is his name, or Fire Head. 23% chance to heal the weakest 2 for a high value. I recently got the 33% chance to heal the weakest 2 for a lower value, but again, it's more consistent and it's less overhealing. So I think that is going to be my other favorite pet. I think it's going to be Little Angel and that one. However, a player in Discord said they had that pet, but it was healing the wrong people. So it wasn't always healing the weakest. So that'll be my next video. We will test that. And I do have another pet, which is a little bit questionable. It is the Blue Dragon. Let me pull it up over here. Blue Fire Dragon has a 33% chance to heal weakest ally when attacked, recovering 20 to 320% of hit points. That is a very, very massive range. So here we are, we're on the boss. Can we auto the boss? Can we auto the boss? This is gonna be a little bit more of a test of how beastly my DPS team is and less of a test of my pet, but the pet's doing work, he's doing things. Come on, stay alive on autopilot. Oh, I wish that strike hit the boss. Oh, I'm so dead, I'm so dead. Come on, don't kill my team. Technically that's Otto. And I'm just gonna let it continue to run, and I guess if I'm dead, I'm not really testing the pet, am I? Yeah, I'll potion myself, assuming my team doesn't die, which they shouldn't. I think I get the first attack. Okay, potion self. That's progress. So we auto the boss. I did die, but I mean, I can work on that. And I'm gonna heal myself up big. And let's go back on autopilot. There is a legendary fight down on the map, so we'll get another chance to get blown up, but it's pretty good. Pretty good. Like I said, if there was an option to ignore the boss and you could just do him at the end, I mean, this would be a done deal at that point. So, I'm liking that. Let us continue and finish the old raid out. It also would be nice if they would fix the autopilot to make it so that it would kind of run in a more linear path instead of running backwards and forwards and all that kind of stuff. Yeah, that would be cool. But that's the least of my worries right now. I'm pretty sure the visual hit point bug could be a little bit concerning. But hey, early access, the game's functional, we're not crashing, and everybody's having a great time. So we shall continue. The last time I ran this, I had built up a lot more shielding, but it could have just been me getting hit more. And actually, I think I was intentionally manualing and using the healing skills on my DPS so that I wouldn't kill the enemies so quickly, and I was allowing them to build up more shielding. But I think it's a good pet. I think there's a lot of potential here. A lot of potential. Hey, I really don't want more than 11 of any of these guys. So we're gonna leave it. And speaking of bugs, there is a bug that your options reset almost every time you log in. So typically I have epic on Auto Persuade, but that resets, as you can see there. But we're reporting bugs. They're fixing bugs at a good rate. Ooh, Naira with that big health. Can we autopilot this? That shall be the test. There goes the pet. Pet's doing pet things. So it appears that Dino was correct. There is a visual bug. However, there you go. Now the other test, ooh, nice reflect there. Good healing from the team. The other test that's important would be if I up my attack stat by a ton, would my pet healing go up? Because it doesn't really feel like the pet is proccing off the damage I'm taking. It's fairly consistent, but it does vary a little bit. I've seen it go as high as 420, I think. Then I've seen it go as low as 295. And my attack stat doesn't change at all, so maybe it is off of the attack that I take. I kind of hope it is off the attack that I'm taking, because that allows me to put all my stats into stamina. So there you see the pet healing for 488. Very interesting. I really want to hear what you guys think about this. Definitely comment on it, and of course you can be talking Discord as well. But I think that wraps it up. Let me check the time. We're at 16. I'll jump into a trials after this just to kind of show you what's up. And like I said, I did jump into Ordeal, and it's we killed everything too fast, so I didn't really get to show the pet off. But look at that, nice shielding, making my team feel nice and comfortable. You know, jumping into the boss with 50% shield on all my DPS is a pretty ideal scenario, gotta say. It does also reduce the value. I think there's a Kung Fu talent that is shield team for 30%, costing 0 SP. You can do it each battle, but I didn't go for that because I want the passive build that I showed you guys. And if I have a pet like this, I don't necessarily need that ability, and we should just be good to go. So we have another legendary battle here. Good. Ooh, with the reflex. Boy! I actually took off my reflect accessory. I'm wearing a nasty necklace. But look at that. So other than potioning myself and using one heal skill to get me back to healthy, this was almost an auto run. So that's probably my best raid run ever. I haven't been in raid 6 in a while. I've been doing a lot of raid 4 stuff, and that's how I got the full armored mech. Let us quickly jump into trials. We're doing trials 8. Maybe I should try trials 9. Let's put deity on here. Put a low stamina guy on there. Since I'm doing heal and shield team, then I'm gonna take off the heal team fusion, and I'll only have a heal target guy, which is final mech in the back. So I do anticipate that we're probably going to blast through everything, and we're probably not going to get a lot of pet procs here. Maybe I'll get brave enough to try Trials 9 and Ordeal 9 now that I have this new pet to play with, and see if there's any difference there. Because that's my next goal in the game. I'm able to do every elimination on Hell mode except for when it has attack random. This actually might help the attack random, but probably not. It's probably going to one-shot everybody on my team. Because I won't get enough chance to build up shielding before the attack random is just killing everybody instantly. So this probably won't help there. Getting a lot more total stats is probably the only chance I have to deal with the attack random. I did the math, and I've only got one legendary item, which is like 480 total stats, and everything else is epic items for me, which is like 360 total stats. So I did the math. If theoretically every piece of my gear was legendary, fully upgraded to +4, I would have 750 more total stats, and that would bring me to 3,500. And of course, that would bring all of my familiars on my team up a lot more. And then at that point, I should have enough total stats to take some attack random hits. But I'm not really complaining about it because, again, I'm running the highest content difficulty, and I'm wearing epic gear, so it's kind of weird for me to judge how things are when I'm not even fully geared up. But the flip side of that is that getting legendary pieces in all slots is ridiculously difficult due to the drop rate. So I don't know. We'll see. It gives me something to work for and work towards. We're going to be in tier 9 for quite a while. I'm assuming probably a couple more months at minimum. So it gives you something to work on, and I'm not really complaining about it. And of course, when I get the total stats up, I should be doing tier 9 and ordeal and trials too. So I'm basically where I want to be, honestly. The only item in the game that I'm really looking forward to, other than just getting more legendary pieces, I want the accessory or the equip that has 10% diversion and 15% block. I do want that. I want to get a block build going, and of course more block diversion build going. I should clarify that. But I want to get more diversion pieces with my chips and get better augments and things like that, or better amplifiers. You guys get it. It's a long video, fellas. It's long for you guys. It's long for me. But I think you're getting the idea. So we're getting some shielding out. No real big complaints here. Pet works. The pet works. How do you guys feel about it being based off of the enemy attack and not off your own stats? I kind of like that. Hey, we know this guy. We know this guy. Other goals, I am slowly working on stabling full armor mech, which is the guy that we're fighting right now. The limiting factor there is the black market giving me mechanical arms. But it's kind of, the pace on that, it's less than I like, but in reality, if I'm just using regen to capture all the familiars that I need to make the fusion, by the time I got the familiar components, you know, I'll get the arms and I'll be able to +1. I'm going to go like that. And then I guess since we're talking about bugs this video, there is another bug. When you finish trials, it'll come to this. It'll put you on difficulty 1, and it's just kind of weird. You can either exit out and reopen it and it fixes it, or you can hit start, go back, and then it fixes it right there. That's a new bug since the recent update. So of course we're going to be pushing these. Videos and bugs along, and the devs will be working on them. They've been doing so well so far. So anyways, as always, I appreciate you guys for watching, and I will see you in the next video.